Hello, today I want to talk to you guys about the flipped classroom. I've been flipping my classroom for about a year, and I've noticed some benefits, but really going over that IRB question and thinking about, all right, how does this uh, really benefit uh, me outside of my students? So I really think my students get something out of this, but I really kind of reflected on what I think I've gotten from it in this class in general. And that's just being able to evaluate a particular teaching method. So I might not want to do this flipped classroom forever, and I may want to switch. Something else may come along, and I want to give it a shot. And I really liked how I was able to evaluate what I've been doing, even just with this short period of time this year. I also want to inspire other teachers to implement technology in their classroom. It doesn't have to be the whole flipped thing, but it could be something as simple as just a piece of it, or trying this with a sub, or whatever it might be. And maybe even get some teachers that feel like they're stuck in front of their classroom, talking at kids all the time, getting them out from in front of the classroom and moving around and interacting with their students. I think that's where we see a lot of the benefit is the interaction with students and really getting to know your students. So my question was, how does using a flipped classroom model affect student achievement, motivation, and perceptions in the middle school algebra classroom? That really is broken down into three parts, and I do talk to my students about these levels as well. So level one in my classroom is their homework grade. It's a credit, no credit thing. Homework's kind of a big topic in my classroom. It ranges anything from traditional homework assignments to the whisks and whacks that you'll see from um, their video watching, um, exit slips, all of that stuff. Level two is Friday quizzes, weekly quizzes. So what did we cover that week? What are the main concepts? I quiz them on it, 4 or 5 questions, and then after how many ever weeks it takes to get through the chapter, we do a summative test, and then this will be over chapter 8 when we get into that study. When we get into the study, part two is student motivation. So are students completing assignments? Are they interacting with each other during activities? Are they motivated in the class? So really looking at note taking and all of those types of things. And then a student survey, which will kind of cover both the motivation and perceptions. Perceptions I'm looking for is, what did they think about math before they came in to my classroom? What do they think about it now? Has their attitude about math improved? Maybe this class has inspired them to take up math or some form of math related job, whether it's an accountant or an actuary or anything in science, physics, something like that. Engineers. Is that something now they want to pursue because they had such a good experience in this class? And then classroom observations. So that will help me answer that question. In the lit review, many studies have been done. I didn't find many in the middle school setting. I often think of middle school as the ugly stepchild. I know in our school we didn't get classroom projectors till every classroom till I think it's a year ago or even maybe 2 years ago. I feel like we always kind of get things second, and maybe that's one of the reasons why I don't see a lot of middle school studies. Is there's just not a lot of technology out in some of these classrooms to do things like this. Achievement. This is where I think I'll see achievement has to do with the control group. I think most studies I saw, the biggest gains were when the study had a control group, which was fine. The only issue was usually the control group was a different teacher with a different set of students. So I'm not sure that might be easy to see, easy to find gains because maybe even just the fact that the teacher wanted to flip, he was really excited about something, and that got the kids excited about it. So you could have saw gains from that way. So while I don't think we'll see as a big a gains in the achievement section, big jumps, I think we'll see some. Where I really where I think we're going to see a lot of the positive results is in motivation. Cooperation, I see it with my kids already. Willingness to work on assignments, willingness to work with any person in the class. They like the group work ideas. They're teaching each other how to do things. I think that will help out the achievement portion as well. And then perception. Students like being in a math class. one of the things I've noticed already is they love that there's less homework. They love that they have a resource where they can rewatch lessons over and over again, and they're building stronger relationships with their classmates and with their teacher. So again, I think these parts here will help move the needle on this. But I think this is where teachers are going to see, where I hope I can inspire teachers to maybe give this a shot. Who, what, where, when, and how. So the who and the when. 92 enrolled in my 8th grade algebra class. These are the hours and the times that we'll be doing the study. We'll be doing the study from January to the middle of February. It's about 4 weeks, barring any major snowfall events, which I'm a little worried about. And videos that I've made and I need to make over break, and what they're going to do with those videos. So in the WACS, watch, attempt, and question. So they are going to attempt a similar problem to zero and negative exponents, and then when their attempt breaks down, they'll ask a question. If they don't have a question, they have to come up with a question they think a classmate might have. And then with the WISC, the S is summary. They're just summarizing what they saw. So maybe steps to the problem, things like that, and then they again have to ask a question. Moving forward, finishing up chapters 1 and 3, almost done with both of them now. Excuse me. That'll be done probably by the middle of next week. Spend a lot of time this weekend doing that. Finishing up those remaining videos, I'm going to do that over break. I have a few quizzes to edit. I'll get those done between now and the middle of January. I may have to do some editing as we move through, just because snow days or even assemblies or who knows what goes on. Just making sure that the quizzes line up with what I'm teaching, and then just to continue to game plan for the start of the study. I already noticed that I'm already way ahead in Chapter 8 as far as my planning goes. I'm actually more prepared for Chapter 8 than I am for Chapter 7, which I'll be teaching in a couple weeks. Concerns, snow days. I mentioned it's a big concern. We had 9 last year. That will throw a wrench into what I'm trying to accomplish, but we'll work around it if we need to. And then staying organized. Like I said, I'm already a pretty good jump on Chapter 8, but the big thing for me is after daily recording what I need to record. So that's not such a big job at the end. If it becomes too big of a job, I'll probably procrastinate. I really don't want to get to that point. I want to get a good jump start on chapters 4 and 5 so I can turn it in well before the end date, so I got time to make edits if necessary. Hope you enjoyed my presentation. I hope this one sounds better. We'll see you guys next time.